So in this video I will talk about molecular hydrogen and also short-chain fatty acids, and I believe that it's when I was talking about the use of prebiotics in this modified carnivore diet, that I didn't mention hydrogen. So, but hydrogen is also play very important role. So let's go on it. As always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. You will get access to the source of information, make your own research. So let's go. So the gut microbiome, short-chain fatty acids, and this potential therapeutic potential of hydrogen. Okay, let's go. The human body hosts a complex ecosystem of microorganisms known as microbiota, which weighs about 1 kilo or more and outnumbers human cells by 10 to 1. Residing primarily in the large intestine, in the colon, these bacteria are crucial for producing short-chain fatty acids like acetic, propionic, butyric and valeric acid, but as well as gases such as molecular hydrogen, carbon dioxide and methane. Okay, these short-chain fatty acids and gases are created when gut bacteria ferment dietary fibers and such as resistant starch. I recommend to use resistant starch, it is most easy, but I also can use some other prebiotics. So resistant starch is cheap and it's available from potatoes and tapioca, and but better to use it with ascorbic acid. Then, because if it is without ascorbic acid, some part of this resistant starch can be digested, maybe 30% of this starch, and then your blood glucose may rise up a little bit. So to reduce the increase of glucose level in your blood, better to combine it with ascorbic acid. So a part of hydrogen gas is converted to methane, and while the rest enters the bloodstream and is exhaled from the lungs. So this is how people measure the production of this fermentation in the colon. So in the colon, the short-chain fatty acids are produced by fermentation, and they do a lot of good things, a lot of health. They have a lot of health benefits. So it is highly recommended. So the while vital roles of short-chain fatty acids for health, acetic and propionic acids acidify the intestinal environment, which suppresses the growth of harmful pathogens and stimulates muscle contraction, so it is peristalsis, to move waste in the colon along to shorten the gut transit time and reduce production of toxins by pathogens in the colon. Okay, pathogen and secondary bile acids also removed with prebiotics like potato starch. Butyric acid serves as primary energy source for the cells lining the colon, and it is essential for healthy gut barrier. Inadequate butyrate levels are linked to conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, constipation, and colon cancer. Unlike long-chain fatty acids, which require complex processing and can take hours to become energy, short-chain fatty acids are absorbed directly into the bloodstream, also to lymph, through the intestinal wall, and they are rapidly converted into energy, primarily in the liver, but also other organs like the brain. Okay. So health benefits from short-chain fatty acids. You can check this slide. It is actually very, very important, I believe. So the strict carnivore diet, unfortunately, does not include these prebiotics, while some influencers claim that collagen may work instead of the prebiotics. It's actually wrong. It's actually wrong. The collagen can be used as food for pathogens, and pathogens produce toxins, so it is not enough. So you need some prebiotics, absolutely, in old age. So molecular hydrogen, it is a key byproduct with therapeutic effects. Molecular hydrogen can be introduced into the body either through inhalation from air mixes or with about 2% of hydrogen, or drinking hydrogen water, or promoting hydrogen production in the colon. The fermentation of resistant starch generates gases including significant amount of molecular hydrogen. The body can produce up to 15 liters of hydrogen daily, a lot, which readily enters the bloodstream. Molecular hydrogen, characterized by its biological activity and multifaceted properties, acts as antioxidant, anti-apoptotic, anti-inflammatory, cytoprotective, and signaling agent. A comprehensive literature review from January 21st enumerates a wide range of diseases and health disorders where the positive effects of hydrogen have been observed. Okay, so it's again, this is how hydrogen is produced. Mostly it is work as antioxidant, but also it is improves blood circulation and reduce damage of neuronal cells in brain and then along the body, and it improves also mitochondrial function of mitochondria, at least to some extent. Molecular hydrogen as antioxidant, it effectively neutralizes harmful reactive oxygen species, which are byproducts of metabolism linked to cellular damage and aging, especially in hyperactive cells like cancer cells and senescent cells, and also the cells infected by viruses. A lot of oxygen species produced, but again, you see, it is double-edged sword. So it is actually, you have to understand that you have to suppress activity of these malignant cells by taking large doses of ascorbic acid. This is what I always propose. But then hydrogen is produced, and then it can be working for your body. So the positive impact of inhaling air containing 2% of hydrogen on suppressing brain injury in rats observed as early as 2007, and it was attributed to the antioxidant properties of hydrogen. But it's not only this, it's a lot of other benefits. Molecular hydrogen reduces inflammation and protects cells from apoptosis, or from death. It demonstrates therapeutic efficacy in sepsis, which that may be attributed to its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-apoptotic properties, and it regulates autophagy and improves involvement in diverse hydrogen signal pathways. Okay, so you see that mostly it works as antioxidant, but also as anti-inflammation, signal modulation, cytoprotection. It even improves blood flow. So molecular hydrogen to fight sepsis is very much investigated. So hydrogen administration proves effective in ameliorating cells damage, promoting mitophagy in macrophages, and suppressing acute lung injury in mice by activating mitophagy during induced lung inflammation and sepsis. Again, it is very, very important. Mitophagy is extremely important for our health. In septic mice, breathing air containing 2% of hydrogen for 1 hour suppresses brain damage and enhances cognitive function by inhibiting oxidative stress, reducing inflammation and blood, and improving also blood-brain barrier induced that's disrupt because it is damaged by sepsis. Moreover, hydrogen demonstrates its potential in protecting the blood-brain barrier and reduce sepsis-induced brain damage in mice. Okay, so again, you see, sepsis is a very nasty complication. So It can develop everywhere, anywhere in the body, in all organs. So it's hydrogen is demonstrate very good benefits. So connecting gut health to brain health. The brain, while only 2% of body weight, consumes 20% of body oxygen and highly susceptible to oxidative stress. This stress is key factor in neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson. And intriguingly, Parkinson's patients often have reduced hydrogen production and lower level of hydrogen producing gut bacteria. You see, everything comes to the diet. If for the diet includes resistant starch, for example, then enough of hydrogen is produced, and it is very beneficial for brain. Research suggests that short-chain fatty acids may protect the brain by reducing oxidative stress and mitigating the formation of harmful protein aggregates in Alzheimer's disease. Inhalation of molecular hydrogen and consumption of water saturated with hydrogen that also prevent chronic neurodegenerative diseases, including Parkinson's disease in animal and clinical studies. Okay, so it's again, everything is go to diet. Modified, so what I propose, modified carnivore diet. So practical implications and interventions, benefit of short-chain fatty acids and molecular hydrogen can be harnessed through a diet that includes polysaccharides, oligosaccharides, resistant starch. Resistant starch are most easy and cheap way to generate hydrogen. So, and also other methods. Hydrogen acts as antioxidant to neutralize free radicals and dampen inflammation, which is particularly beneficial for conditions associated with oxidative stress like cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Molecular hydrogen also helps to manage blood pressure and improve endothelium function of blood vessels by increasing the synthesis of nitric oxide. This is, you see, it is very good benefit. So this is what is happening. Resistant starch fermented in the colon produces short-chain fatty acids, but also produce hydrogen. And short-chain fatty acids are very beneficial, and the best is butyric acid, and the starch is produced the most from the all prebiotics. Resistant starch produces the highest amount of butyric acid, so it is very recommended. So dietary resistant starch, consuming 15-60 grams of resistant starch per day, or maybe 60 to 80 grams if you can tolerate it, because there is some discomfort, so like gases, and and if you take it with ascorbic acid, it can be osmotic diarrhea, but actually for me it is okay. It is okay. So, but it boosts short-chain fatty acid and hydrogen production. So this amount of resistant starch restructures the gut flora, suppresses pathogen, and can meet up to 10-15% of body energy needs. Butyrate from this process heals the gut lining, while hydrogen systematically reduces this oxidative stress. So, okay, this slide, effect of resistant starch. Yeah, it's, again, I believe it is so important. But again, take resistant starch with ascorbic acid to suppress its digestion in the small intestine. Okay. Hydrogen-rich water, drinking water infused with dissolved hydrogen. For example, you can make it yourself by immersing magnesium powder. It is producing magnesium hydroxide. It's and then in your stomach it is converted to magnesium chloride, so it is okay. And it is producing hydrogen. And if water is cold, like near freezing point, near zero, it can be saturated hydrogen quite a lot. So clinical trials conducted in Japan affirm the beneficial effect of hydrogen-infused water in treating diverse conditions such as skin disease, heart failure, stroke, Parkinson and Alzheimer's diseases, diabetes, fatigue, aging, rheumatoid arthritis, periodontitis, and pneumonia. The consumption of water infused with dissolved hydrogen stimulates production of short-chain fatty acids, which is intestine. So drinking this water is improve your gut health and potentially alleviate symptoms of neurodegenerative diseases. So it's again, it is available. It is available. You can buy water in plastic bottles, the same like this in plastic or glass bottles, the same like soda. And it is saturated by hydrogen, with gas hydrogen, or some people produce it. But again, you be careful about production of the hydrogen saturated water. Enthusiasts may explore the production and regular consumption of drinking water saturated with hydrogen. However, caution is advised against homemade electrolyzers for the production of hydrogen water. It was a long time, maybe very popular, and people were making these hydrolyzers, electrolyzers, and they call it dead water and living water. So it's very strange. But again, they use it. They use it. I remember people were asking me, would there be any benefit if to drink this water saturated with hydrogen? I said, maybe, yeah. I didn't deny. While drinking hydrogen water shows promise, it is logical to question if it is superior to the body's own production. Endogenous hydrogen from resistant starch fermentation is produced in larger amounts and continuously, so up to 15 liters. So it's how much water you can drink to get the same amount. It's ridiculous. But yet again, if you're okay and if it is available, you could try. This method has the added advantage of simultaneously generating a beneficial butyrate. It is from resistant starch. Therefore, prioritizing a diet rich in resistant starch and other fermentable prebiotics may be a more natural and comprehensive way to obtain the benefits of molecular hydrogen and short-chain fatty acids. Again, some people make these electrolyzers, and it can be like an explosion because hydrogen is highly explosive gas, and so be careful. And again, I would not recommend to do it. But some people even produce and sell these electrolyzers. So okay. But be careful, the only safe method, I believe, that it is using powder of magnesium and adding it to water, and magnesium reacts with water, release hydrogen, so it is easy way to produce hydrogen. And also magnesium hydroxide is also good for health, so it is easy way. Instead of this electrolyzers, just get magnesium and make it. So quite many references to the source information. And again, you see the importance of the proper diet. If the diet has necessary amount of prebiotics, especially this resistant starch, as I said, mushrooms also can work. So, and when I eat mushrooms, I see benefits. I see really benefits. Because I sleep better and I think I feel better, more energy. I rely to this production of gases and production of short-chain fatty acids. So in mushrooms you can use more than 100 grams a day, not dry, but again, also you can buy dry mushrooms powder and add it to your food. So it's a lot of ways to introduce this short-chain fatty acids and hydrogen. Thank you for your time. Towards the video, it is, I'm not medical professional, I am professional scientist with PhD in physics and mathematics, but at least I can think logically. I read scientific publications. I don't rely on opinion of medical professionals at all. My opinion mostly don't agree, don't agree with official recommendations. So, but again, official, I consider this medical industry as industry which promotes or make people sick and then addicted to some drugs which not cure the disease but also only mask some symptoms of the disease. So I believe that, again, I stopped going to doctors 25 years ago, and since then even I didn't have even common cold. So I feel good. One problem a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, I got some accident. The Butyrate, which from one local drug dealer, so bite me. And then I went, as I was so stupid, I went to hospital. And then they gave me vaccine against rabies, and so they gave me vaccines which I always prescribe. And then after this vaccine, 1 week after the vaccine, my pulse pressure, to the difference between systolic and diastolic blood pressure, went to more than 50. So it is from 36 or 35 to more than 50. So it is in my estimations, corresponds to aging more than 20 years in 1 week. Now I'm slowly recover, and my pulse pressure is about 40, 41, 42, but it is not yet recovered to 36. So it is improving. So I see some evidence that my protocol is provides some rejuvenation of the vascular system. But again, it was so stupid to believe that the standard vaccines are harmless. It is everything what medical professionals promote, especially vaccines, are extremely dangerous. So it is up to you, of course. So some people believe that it is helpful. Okay, good for them. For me, I measured this aging, very accelerated aging. I was really scared, but I see that it is improving, but takes time. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.